Okay, today we'll be looking at how to create your own free logo. So first of all, you're going to have to go along to a site called www.logomaker.com. Now maker is makr.com. Now once you arrive on logomaker.com, they'll give you a short tutorial. You can either run through this or you can just follow my steps. If you click on the big T, that'll give you text. And obviously if you want to have your title in two different texts, you're better to click the T twice and obviously type your two words and then change them individually so you can have different texts and make it a bit more funky. Okay, now I'm just going to scroll through a few different fonts and show you just what you can do with the font, and then we'll move on to changing the colour. Okay, now if you want to move the letters about the screen, you just click on the word and drag it, and if you want to adjust the size, you just click on the boxes and drag them. Okay, so I'll just adjust these and set them into place, and then what I'll do is I'll move on to changing the colour. Okay, now in order to change the colour, you select the word and then you go over to the colour wheel and you can adjust the two selectors to get the colour you just need. Or if you already know the colour, you can enter the hex code at the bottom of the colour wheel. Okay, and I'm going to have a brown and a green, obviously for soil and leaf. Just change that a wee bit. Okay, now the next thing, if you go up to this box at the top here and type in whatever kind of picture you're looking for, and you can use this obviously to add into your logo and make it a bit more professional. Okay, now you can obviously adjust it, select it, move it. I'm just going to type some text in at the bottom here. This could be your tagline. Okay, now I'll just adjust that size, make it fit in a bit better. Okay, now I'm just going to make it the same text. I don't want it two different texts anymore. Okay, now I want this leaf to be green, the same as the farmer. So what we'll do is we'll click on the farmer, city farmer, and then we'll copy that hex code, and then we'll click on the picture and post in the hex code. Paste in, sorry, not post it. Okay, now that will give us on the colour wheel where we should select. If you select that and then copy and paste the hex code again, it will change it to the right colour. You can also select shapes from the menu on the left underneath the T. Now I'm going to add a brown stem in. Okay, now I can't change the stem on the picture, so what I'll do is I'll make a brown, obviously a brown shape that's very similar, and then I'll put it over the top of the green stem, and that'll therefore take that away. As you can see, I'm just adjusting the colour again on the colour wheel to make it brown. So we do the same again, copy the hex code from the brown letter in, select the picture, paste the hex code. Okay, now there is a bit of fiddling about, but if you don't want to pay for the logo, then unfortunately there's a bit of fiddling about to be done. Now I'm just going to make this the same size, and then we'll adjust the size in to make it fit. Now you'll notice that the top and bottom have what you would call maybe a semicircle of green. So what I'll do is I'll select a circle, the same brown, and make that small enough to cover that. And I'll just move that into place, adjust the size. Okay, now once it gets too small, it can be a bit fiddly to move it with the mouse. You can copy and paste as well, which makes it easy. Now if it's something small and you can't move it, you can move it with the directional key on your keyboard. And that's what I'm doing here, I'm just using the keyboard to move that. Because trying to select it, you'll end up moving its size, etc. Okay, now I've changed up the letter in a bit, just to make it look a bit more funky. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double up the words, so it sort of makes like a shadow. So what you do is you select it, and then you'll copy and paste, and then we'll take this off to the side, and I'm going to make this a brown, so it'll be brown behind the green. So again, we need that hex code, paste that in. I'm just going to make this a bit smaller. Perfect. Okay, now select the brown, copy the hex code, and then select the city farmer or your text, and then change the hex code. That'll give me the brown. I'm going to right click this and order it to send it to the back so it sits behind the green city farmer. So right click, send to back, and then if you slip it in behind, you can adjust it so it looks a bit, so it's sticking out a bit more. Perfect. Just there. I'm going to do the same with the bottom text. I'm going to make that other one the green, so it'll be green behind the brown this time. So it's the same steps, just in reverse. To green. Then we just move that in behind. Oh, send it to back, remember. Move it in behind and you'll get the same effect. And there we go. Now you can select it all by clicking and dragging that box over everything. And then you can move the whole thing, you can adjust the size. And then if you go up to the wee disc at the top right hand corner, this you can save it. Okay, when you save it, it'll ask you to copy the credits, because anybody's pictures that you've used, you'll have to show them this. Now you have your very own logo, which you can now apply into the next step of setting up your Amazon affiliate store.